It has taken me 23 years to get this gentleman at the program, but it finally worked out this year.
Hey, everybody.
What a nice shirt. How are you? That's awesome. Make it big. Make it bigger. Yeah, you got to do it. Yeah. Need players.
Hey, this is Dave LaRue here, and I'm at the Guitar Workshop Plus in Nashville. I just finished up my bass class and had a heck of a time with all the students. It was really great. The interaction was a lot of fun. Hammer, thumb, pop, thumb, hammer, thumb, pop. But it's like, so it's pretty square in terms of the 4-note phrase, and with the same material in mind, play phrases of 3, which are going to cross the beats. So you got thumb, hammer, just thumb, hammer, pop.
Fabulous. Effects thing, you know, you have a whole approach to,
Yeah.
you know,
A little
how
bit,
to
little bit.
get into that, but
My favorite part of the song is the melody. I can't quite finger it, but just a positive, you know, powerful melody.
yes.
I love that. That always made me smile when we play that too. It was an intimate setting where I could speak to each person and have it like a conversation, you know, in our big living room.
It has like this Irish.
I was thinking that.
Yeah.
Most
Yeah.
badass Irish folk song.
Yeah.
Well, one of the things about Irish music is that the horn, pipe, they use trills as rhythm. They use the trills to keep the rhythm going. We were able to talk and actually try ideas. Like, hey, you guys play this, and now try adding this, now try adding that. That's another way that you can keep a simple melody with lots of energy, and I like doing that a lot. It was more like a sort of a guitar lesson experience than me talking at a lectern kind of thing. So I thought it was really cool. One piece at a time, and think about that brick wall, and you're definitely going to get there. Don't accept less than your best and all that stuff, but give yourself the opportunity to make mistakes and correct them.
Last night, Steve Morse and I played a concert, and that was great as well.
You know, we had great sound and everything, but we were able to take questions from the audience, and it didn't feel like, you know, a sterile performance. It felt like, you know, everybody was friends in the same room. So that's one of the best things about the experience here. Very relaxed. Complacency is pretty nice when you play guitar, but not when you're dealing with power equipment. Anyway, the end result is I'm not giving you guys the finger. This is going to be in this position for a while. When I met Dave and Dan, it was like, whoa, this opens up a lot of possibilities for doing some really heavy riffs that Dave could play with fingers and slapping and everything. I've been lucky to be able to be surrounded with the level of musicianship that I have. And boy, that really helps too. I remember somebody telling me when I was a young man, you want to be around people that are better than you, and that's how you learn the fastest.
Most of the people I play with respect that, and when you say it's a bass solo, they understand that it's a different kind of section. We want a different voice to come forward.
The hummer. So now I've got this. And now, the second thing I've got to do is create space. Not create space, but let there be space. So all I'm doing is accents. These Dave's playing like this super heavy duty part there, and there's literally no way anybody can hear it and concentrate on it unless I pretty much lay out except for the accents. And just challenge yourself in every single thing you do. Now the bar just keeps getting higher. Now you challenge yourself, you will grow. You will, as a player, I guarantee you, you will grow. But when you're practicing, when you're writing, when you're working on stuff, there's nobody except that little voice on the shoulder that's going to tell you how you're doing. That's going to push you and say. But when you're practicing and you're sloughing off and you say, it's fine, everything's cool. No, it's not a game. Nobody's around. Well, sorry, you just lost. You lost that battle of excellence. It's like, of course there's nobody around. I mean, you have to practice 99% of the time when no one's around. You got to raise the bar yourself. You got to raise your standards if you want to get better. In everything, every single thing you do. And it goes on and on and on. And I preach this because I really, really, really believe in it. And I've seen the results. Because sometimes I get off on a tangent. Like that time back in... Play another? Frank, playing some improvisation level where the music's going by and you haven't got much time to think. But spend some time slowing it down and thinking, what would be a nice melody there? I couldn't think of that when it was going by real fast, but when I spend some time and put that phrase in, then now go back and try to work that into the solo.
But some of us are more limited than others, so we got to stay on the straight and narrow. But I knew when I graduated from high school that I really wanted to try to play music for a living. I was not cut out to be a 9-to-5 guy, I knew that. And I really loved music at that time. And so I went to music school. I went to Berkeley, I didn't go to Miami. And when I got out, I looked at it like Steve said earlier. I said, okay, I've now got my degree, which is totally worthless, and I spent all this money, but I got a good education, and now I'm starting my job. So I did whatever I could to make money, usually on the weekends, and I was teaching and stuff, but I got up every day, and at 8 o'clock I was in my practice room working on stuff all day, every day. I worked in wedding bands on the weekends, and I could do 2 or 3 weddings on the weekend and pay my rent and buy food and pay the phone bill. And I mean, that's sort of amusical, but nonetheless, I was making money with my bass in my hand.
So what I do is I create lots of little works, seeds, little pods of work. And I'll work on this for a while and say, I'm getting nowhere with this. This seems redundant. I don't like what I just did. I'll listen to it tomorrow or the next day. And then I'll work on this and say, actually, this has some promise. Keep working on lots of little things so that I'm not repeating over and over. When you repeat something over and over, several things can happen. 1, you get sick of it. 2, and I've seen this happen a lot, not just with myself, but with lots of other people. You work on it too much, and you start to love it too much. Like, or you get too attached to it. And that's no way to judge. You don't carry around a judge with you. The judge is your own psyche, your own memory, your own pleasure sense. Does it tickle them? Does it sound good, basically? And the best way to have that judge be objective is to have time elapse between when you write something and when you listen to it. You come back a day or two later and listen to the idea that you roughly recorded and say, there's something there, I like that. Or that doesn't sound good. I hate to say it, but Steve, you just wasted 3 hours on this thing.